Hello and welcome to week 29. I looked it up of RollPlay Solum, guys. Welcome everyone to another week. It's time to find out what the crew has been up to and also see how their mic levels are because we didn't test before the show. Ryan, let's start with you. How's it going, sir?
Mic level check 1.
You're not
2.
supposed to like put it next to your fucking voice and then talk. Then it's gonna be loud.
Mic check, mic check.
See, there you go. You stack normal. You're good.
We good?
You're good.
Excellent.
How are
I
you,
have
sir?
been very good this past week, man. I've been playing Arcade, and I'm leveling my character to 50. That's been about it in streaming for me.
Have you joined JP's clan?
Oh, dude, we came up with that clan like together in the alpha. So
Ryan
of course,
thinks he came up with it together.
Yeah,
but
it's
it was
JP's team.
actually just
You idiot.
there is
Yeah.
a VOD somewhere. Like, we came up with it. He definitely came up with Swiggity Swooty. We were both like throwing out names and whatever. Somebody linked him the picture of Swiggity Swooty. He's like, I like it, and then we made it. But yeah, but yes, I'm in the clan.
He's not
So-
as hated as me yet, though.
Oh no, like I
He's working
actually
on it.
saw a bunch of reds today, and they didn't kill me. So
Nice.
you know.
You're moving up in the world.
Yeah, dude.
I get killed
I'm-
when I see greens. So, I mean, you know,
But
allies
see,
kill me. And
Here's
and
the thing:
also
is that
reds.
like every unsavory group of people needs somebody like me.
we need
that,
a
like,
lawyer. We need the
You know,
lawyer.
I'm clean cut, man. Like, keep out of trouble. And then we got the scoundrels as well.
That's true. That's true. What are we at weight-wise, Ryan? Are you winning the race or am I winning the race right now? Have you weighed yourself?
I don't even know what the race is.
I don't either. How much? We need to figure out a race. We have to be competitive about this because that's
Right.
what we do.
Okay, well, September 1st, I was 215. And last I weighed myself, like, a couple days ago, I was 201.
Wow.
September.
So it's been
what? First?
pretty rapid.
Okay, you've
September
definitely
1st,
lost
yes.
more, I think. September 1st, I was probably like 245, and I'm only down to 237. But I've been doing
Yeah.
it for longer, so you're going to lose quicker at the
Well,
start.
so I don't really have, like, cheat day. Like, you have magnificent cheat days.
I had a pretty shitty cheat day yesterday, but yeah.
I have,
typically
like,
I do.
cheat meals rarely.
Yeah.
So,
I only had a large pizza yesterday and one fast food meal, and it was a pretty fucking shitty cheat day. I didn't go crazy. I didn't feel like throwing up. So
you throwing up from your cheat days?
no, I get like right to the point, and that's like when the donut's going towards the mouth that I'm like, wait a minute. Yep, I will throw up if I eat this, and I put it back at the plate.
Wow.
That's when I stop. That's the
Yeah,
stopping
that's
point.
crazy.
So yeah.
But yeah, so I've been playing Arcade, and I'm still doing the weight loss thing, of course. And that's been about it.
Cool. Jeff, what have you been up to? I saw you were in a PvP right before. Once again, I'll publicly apologize for the chat spam. They have a mind of
fine.
their own, man. They have a mind of their own.
Totally fine. Yeah, it's up. This weekend went home, watched the Seahawks win in overtime against the Broncos.
I saw the
It's a
emotional
big win,
tweets.
man. It's a big win.
I saw the emotional tweets, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy because they were dominating them all game long. So it was about to be like one of those. I wasn't even, it was a fun game, but it wasn't like super intense. And then all of a sudden, Peyton Manning became Peyton Manning, and then it was like, holy shit! But they held on and won. It was a big win. So really excited about that. I got to see family,
It's always
which is
good.
nice for like 1.5 days.
Yep. Hey, you
then
had the perfect time to get in and get out,
Yeah. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm 29 and you're
Yeah.
getting crazy, so I want to get away from you
I
now.
want to get the hell away from you guys. No offense.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Saw a lot of family, though. My best friend from back home has had his second kid now, which is just beyond surreal. We're at that age now where that's starting to happen. But he calls me Uncle Jeff, which is just a little bit of a single tear down the right cheek. Other than that, I'm heading off to Sweden on Wednesday for DreamHack Stockholm, which is going to be awesome.
Nice.
It's one of the last. It is the last tournament. Anyways,
BlizzCon.
it's one of the absolute last tournaments. No, before BlizzCon.
Oh,
is the
before
thing.
BlizzCon.
So people are qualifying for BlizzCon
Wait,
from
there's
this
nothing
tournament.
in October? Really? It's like a dead month?
There might be an IEM or something like that, but otherwise, no, not really.
Is GSL already over? Or sorry, WCS Korea?
I don't know.
That,
I don't think so.
that's like 2 years in the past that I still call it GSL when it's not even the same.
They call it GSL as well. You're not that off.
Okay,
It actually came
cool.
full circle. They used to not call it GSL and then
Now they do?
again. Yep.
Fucking StarCraft esports guys. What do you know?
So there's that. Otherwise, that's about it. I got a Warhammer tournament early October. Excited about that.
Nice. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Neal, what have you been up to?
Dude, I've been doing wedding stuff all week. That's
Wedding
the only
stuff?
thing that I do. Yeah, because I'm engaged and getting married. So
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I made a mistake. I have to live with it now. Which is a joke, in case you're watching, sweetie. I love you.
She doesn't watch your shit.
Of course she doesn't. She
It's
watches
not a joke.
Love Bites, actually.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. So that's... Yeah, I've just been doing that stuff. That's kind of been all-consuming. And lots of D&D planning.
What
Nothing
is
exciting over here.
planning a wedding like? Are you going? Where are you at in the planning stages? I guess is
We've
how we'll ask.
picked a date, and
Because
after
my brother's doing the
roleplay-
same shit, so I'm familiar with this.
After roleplay, we are merging our lists into the final master list, and then we start sending out invites via phone calls because we're getting married in December. So it's like 2 months.
So Neil, I have a
months.
question.
Yeah.
In terms of the planning, is it like she picks out all like 5 options and you're like this one, or like what is the?
It's
like,
actually pretty
split?
mutual here.
Is it?
You know, there are some things I don't give a fuck about. You know, with the whole, what type of things should we send out for invitations? I don't care. So then she came up with some things like, here, why don't we do this? And I was like, all right, well, let's use that picture or that picture. And then she picked the final one.
Mm-hmm.
But for other things, kind of like, well, who do you want to do? I don't know, man. We're so fucking early on. We've really only done... We just looked at wedding invitations.
It's in December,
looking
man.
at our
You gotta
list.
hurry up.
And we are picking groomsmen and bridesmaids.
It's not
Well, we
this
just-
December, is it?
Yeah,
This
that's what he just
December,
said.
in 2.5 months.
You need to like
Holy
have
shit.
invitations out right now. Man.
Yeah,
Why are you
no,
guys
we're
getting
making
married so
phone
fast?
calls and getting RSVPs via phone call, and then we'll send out invitations after we've actually RSVP'd. Because if we don't get married now, we're not going to do it while we're in Korea or Thailand. We'd have to wait until we come back to the States, which is like 3 years from now. So it's now or in 3 years, and
You're going abroad?
yeah, Jeff.
I didn't know.
All right, yeah, we're moving abroad for 1 to 3 years.
There you go.
Wow.
Breaking news. Jeff Pryan.
No, he said it himself, actually. You said
Yeah,
it before we
no,
moved
this has
abroad.
been public
It's
for
been
a
out.
while.
It's not
Oh, it's
breaking.
been out?
It's
Oh,
not-
okay.
Yeah, that's
I
not.
thought we did the thing where it's like, hey,
Maybe
Neil,
you didn't know
congratulations
either.
on being married.
Yeah,
Said it himself.
Okay.
yeah, moving out of the country.
Gotcha.
So getting married before we go, so I can be on her visa, and I don't
How
have
soon
to
are
go
you moving
through all
out? When's that?
the- January,
Wow.
somewhere in January. Yeah.
Getting
And you're not
married.
sure if it's Thailand or Korea?
That's great.
Well, it's probably going to be Korea at this point. Lauren is applying to jobs at both places, and then we'll just move wherever she gets the job that she wants to get. And I'm just going to keep streaming. So my schedule doesn't change. I'll still do roleplay. I'll still do all the other crap. We'll do it from a new location.
But are you going to stream it? I mean, the time zone, the time change has got to be drastically different.
If anyone can deal with the time change difference, it's me.
It's like plus 8 hours.
That's true. It's not as much about the time change as it is syncing up with your significant other. That's like, you know.
Yeah, and my sleep schedule is so fucked already that it doesn't matter. Like, I can handle anything.
Just another day for Neil.
This is
another
true.
I'll probably just marathon my life, just not sleep for 5 days, and then sleep for 2 days, and then not sleep for 5 days, just to make it easy.
That shit's crazy.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Not really. Anything else, Neil?
That's it. I'm done.
Cool. Last but not least, Jim, what have you been up to the past week?
Working. Doing some stuff that's gonna come out at some point. Can't say shit. Besides that, I played Destiny.
How was that?
Yeah. Pretty good, but I have concluded it's still not my type of game because I don't like playing versus AI. I don't see the point. I feel like I'm facing programmers rather than real people.
You have to kill real people to feel satisfied, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
why I
true.
like
Yep.
Hearthstone,
Ryan's all
League,
about killing real
StarCraft,
people.
Dota,
Yep.
yada yada.
Real life, in game, like
Real
whatever.
life murder, that's all Ryan. He's a serial killer.
I just-
Don't report him to the government.
I just don't feel anything when I kill an AI, like ever.
You don't feel anything?
No.
What do you feel when you kill a human? Can you describe it?
Yeah.
Do you feel alive for the
glorious.
first
She feels
time?
only truly alive when she kills a human.
When you see blood, is that how you know your life is actually really worth
You might be a
living?
vampire, Jen, the
You
more I
might,
think about it.
actually, Yeah. The first What is it? What is someone from? Is it a Montrealer? I've never understood this. Is it
Montrealian.
Montreal? How do you say it, Jim? What do you call a person from Montreal?
Montrealer.
Okay, Montrealer. Okay.
Yeah, so I did try the PvP. It was quite decent, but I'm bad at shooters, so that sucked. I just got destroyed over and over, being like, shit, there's not like league matchmaking, so they can't make me face people that suck like me, so it's like, I just
right.
get obliterated. Especially with a controller, it's so hard. I'm bad at controllers.
It does take time. It does take time.
So yeah, that's about it. Played lots of Destiny.
Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Did anyone... Wait, Jen, you leveled up last time when we already rolled for your HP.
Woo!
You rolled a 1.
You rolled that 1.
Did you get your new spells?
Woo! Yeah, I got 1 new spell.
Okay.
And it's another location spell.
Of
So
course, you're a
rejoice,
diviner
chat.
specialist.
Rejoice, I'm gonna do even more damage than before not.
What is the spell so that I can steal it?
Locate creature.
Neil, you let... Oh, okay. Neil, you let me know when I can roll for this spell. You want to just do it now?
As soon as Jen gives you her spellbook that she's written it down in.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I'm
There's
still
a
trying
journal
to figure
swap.
out what I can steal from JP right now, because there's a bunch of spells I can't get, right?
Yeah, some of them are not... You can't get them because of the school they're in, because you're a diviner.
Yeah.
You guys should write fake spells in your spell book and just like, here you go.
I just actually have penises everywhere, and it's like
Yeah.
people think that it's part of the book, but it's actually not.
Seems
let me
about right.
study this.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like that book. What was the movie where he just drew dicks all the time? Superbad?
I know.
Superbad.
God,
Superbad.
yeah.
He had the treasure trove.
He has the
of pics.
That is one of the best scenes
It is
in any
actually-
movie ever. The way they cut that, the look on his
Yeah.
face when he's describing it. I just drew dick. I love drawing dicks. And then the scene of him eating all the paper as he's trying to hide it. Oh my god.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Cool.
Pretty good.
Well, Neil, I believe it's your show from here on out.
All right. So, you guys are standing outside of Willow Creek. You have just slain these orcs around you, and you are making your way back into town. It is dark, a few hours past sundown.
As we walk into town, do I encounter like a town guard or anything like that?
There's a small collection of people standing near the edge of town, holding some torches and kind of looking out in your direction, whispering and occasionally like pointing and talking. You
Okay.
see them well before they see you because they've got these torches that they're carrying. You guys are walking in darkness.
As I come within 10, 15 feet, I'm limping in by the way because I'm at half health. I'm pretty dinged up. I kind of wipe my brow and say, "Holy crap! If you guys want some free orc gear, I'm talking halberds, leather armor, loincloths, that kind of stuff. There's a shit ton of them over there. We just ran into a small gaggle of orcs, and it's all for you guys, free for the taking."
You're saying this to a guard in front of us?
Yeah.
Townspeople, orcs? What?
Yeah.
They kind of
Yeah.
exchange glances
Huh?
between each other.
100 of them
They,
or so. They're mostly dead.
Yeah, they felt like they were made almost entirely of sodium. Like we just cut right through them. Not really that big of a deal. You should go have at it. Loot them. They're yours.
Who are you people? One of them asks after a moment's pause.
We are. I almost said Breger and the boys, but that's not.
Yeah,
true
we
at
don't
all.
have a collective name any longer.
My name's Victarion, and these are my friends. We are. We're just heading towards the Longborn Kingdom. You won't have to worry about us much longer. I probably should have told you that. I'm feeling really comfortable with myself right now. I shouldn't have told you that though.
We have 7 in our group.
6 right now, 7 because the girl is in Willow Creek with the kid.
Helen and the baby are with the child.
I say when they ask who we are and Jeff introduced himself, I kind of like butt in, say we're Zanzo and the Zesty 7. That's us.
Nope. I'm Leia. Nothing to
Zanzo
do
and the
with
Zesty 7. That's
nothing
us.
to do with Zesty Zenzo over there. He's just an old fool.
All right, you two, let's get in and get some rest.
Leah,
You guys have a
Leah.
town healer by chance, or anyone that can help me with these wounds? We scuffled our kneecaps a little bit.
Yeah, we have. Hold on, and one of the people runs off down the street. The others kind of gather around you. It's about 15 people gathered around. Their age ranges vary. There's some young, there's some old, men and women alike. One baby being, held. And they kind of, as you guys walk further into town, they kind of follow you like a little flock of chickens or something. Some of the younger kids occasionally ask questions about the battle. Did you kill an orc? Blah, 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 like small detail stuff about the battle. Do you guys respond to them? Do you ignore them?
I'm pretty proud.
I explained to them what happened in I also don't hold my words. I explain in very gruesome detail, as if I was just telling anyone, not children.
A shaman actually exploded from the inside out when I hit him with a lightning
someone's
bolt.
eye land right in front of me from 100 yards out.
No, you couldn't see. It was too dark. That's bullshit. You made it up,
The
guys.
eye was stepped on afterwards. I saw it. He was there.
No, it was way too dark. I
As
was
a
the only
kid
one
runs
that
up
could
and
see.
and
I'm an
asks about
elf.
the orcs, I wipe some orc blood off my armor and across with my thumb, I wipe it across his forehead. This
Baptize him in
is
orc
the
blood.
horde. No, I didn't. I mean, of course, on top of the mountain I do, but
Right. Cool. So
Making our way to Helen, I
eventually,
guess.
you guys get back into the tavern that you were staying at, or the inn you were staying at, and the person that ran off brings back a kind of a gangly, long-armed old man who is just wearing a loincloth and nothing else. He's got a hairless chest, kind of balding up on top-ish, with long white hair coming down around his ears. Actually down to about his just past his shoulder. And he comes into the tavern, everyone gives him a look as if they know him, but most people are looking at you, and he eventually comes over and says, "They tell me you killed some orcs."
We did. There was quite a number of them out there.
And what do you expect in return for this?
Oh, nothing. We're just staying here in town. But if you have any way of healing us, we would love some tender love and care.
The orcs are the bane of our existence. They raid our towns, they kill our people, they rape our women. I shall help
Really?
you with this. Yes.
Well, we appreciate that. What should I call you, friend?
My name is Jasper.
Why
Alright,
does it sound really
thank you,
ominous all the
Jasper.
time,
He
Jasper?
beckons you and starts going outside.
I
He's a
follow.
little hunched over. He
Yeah.
doesn't have a stick, but he looks like he might be used to walking with one because he's bent over so much.
Okay.
As he walks back, you realize the loincloth doesn't really have much of a back, so you're just kind of following old man butt down the street
Sure.
until he heads out of town for I think a quarter mile or so, and leads you to this hut, kind of out in the woods. There's a little fire going inside and some smoke coming out of it, out of the chimney. And he brings you inside, sets you down on the bed, because there's like a bed, and that's the only surface to sit on. So two of you sit on the bed, two of you sit on the floor. I guess the minions, your henchmen, stand watch outside, and he brings out this greenish brownish paste that just smells terrible as he brings it towards you. And you guys are taking off your armor, and he smears this greenish brownish paste all over your wounds. He's got a whole bucket of it, and as it sits in it, it burns a little bit. I don't know how to describe it other than think about
Icy hot.
bitter. Yeah, if you could feel bitter, that's how it would feel.
Okay.
But yeah, so he rubs the stuff in your wounds, and an hour later, you're done, and you get your armor back on and head back out. He does give you a word of warning before you leave, though, and he warns you to avoid the south.
What of it, friend? What's in the south?
Much and many evil things.
Are there any
Such
towns
as?
or areas in particular we should avoid?
The Devouring Marsh. Do not travel there.
Any other ones? That was pretty
Neil,
specific.
is this like a actually avoid it, or do you want us to go there? Do you think?
I don't care what you do.
I was
Old
seeing
man
if
says
you
to
fall
avoid
for the trap, Neil. Okay. Thank you very much, Jasper. I appreciate your help. It's strange.
why
I
sh-
actually feel +2 strength with after these wounds have melded together as well.
I ask why we should avoid those places.
Do not ask why. I know these things. You trust me or you do not.
It's interesting you said do not ask why, because she kind of already did, so it's a little bit late to say
Oh,
don't.
why would we trust you though? You just put shit all over us. And we don't know what that does, and now you're saying to trust you.
Fine. Go there. See for yourselves.
No, it's quite all right, friend. We're just curious, as you can understand. We'll try to avoid the south. You say the Malarkey Marshes. Is that what you said?
Just the Devouring Marsh, which,
The Devouring Marshes.
by my knowledge, is actually a several months passage away from where we're currently at. It's strange
Cool.
that you would ask us to avoid that place, but
We'll avoid it.
Wait, you've been here before, Tariq? You know?
I've heard. I asked around in town about this area.
Oh, okay. Anything else, old man?
That is all. Best of luck on your journeys.
Do we see him scurry off into the forest, maniacally laughing, or how does he exit?
No, I mean, he motions you to leave his hut.
Oh, okay.
He
All right.
kicks you out.
Do we feel anything different?
Not right now, but you'll heal a little bit faster over the next couple days. Instead of 1 HP a day, you'll get 2 HP a day for 2 days.
Awesome.
And you're gonna be high.
Great.
My God.
I'm in Willow. We're in Willow Creek, right?
Yeah. Look where we're at on the map. This is actually kind of funny. We're at the red deserts to the left. That's where we
Yeah. No,
talked
I
to that dragon that never really.
Did you see the Reddit post of the travel for Solum?
Our journey.
Yeah. I would love to see that compared to the travel of the original party. But I don't know how that's a lot of VODs to look through that. So.
Well, no, this is the original. This is season 1, is what I'm saying. That desert.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying I'd want to see the original party compared to this party and the paths.
What
and,
is this
where
thing
we
you're
are.
talking about?
The red desert.
Somebody-
That's where we talked to
No,
the bronze dragon.
the
Oh, I'll have to
the-
find it. I'll find it and link it to you.
Yeah, I think otherwise we
Whoops.
just kind of head back and check in on Helen, and then rest for the night to continue on our way to Valorous.
Before we go to bed, I'm gonna tell Victorian we really should avoid telling everyone where we're headed at.
You know,
I
Leia.
think you realized it, but
Yeah.
we're also I've noticed us not being so sneaky about where we're going. Overall, exiting towns pretty clearly, not taking any sneaky approaches into towns.
You're right.
I think we should start being more careful. We're being followed. I think.
You are very correct. I think we should take a more safer approach, and it was very dumb of me to say we're heading to the Longborn Kingdom. I honestly, can I be honest with you? I haven't had sex in a week, so right now my brain is just completely clouded.
Has it
I mean,
been
There's
a
an
week?
ancient technique known as fapping, which sometimes alleviates that.
I've heard of this one before.
Okay. All right. Looks like we should just get to sleep then. If nothing else.
Okay. You guys get back to your tavern.
All
And-
four of us, we hear the sound in each room next to us. We're like,
That night, Leah masturbates.
Oh, come on.
There is no subtlety with Canadians.
Canadians.
Zanzel
Yeah.
tries, but you guys just hear a bunch of crying in his room. That's it.
Zanzel, are you whittling wood in there? I can't.
Shut up!
Sounds vaguely.
Shut up! We're trying to make one over here. It's not working.
so we all have the best night's sleep of the entire trip. I think
Yep.
collectively
Especially
we
me.
all.
Yep.
You wake up the next morning. Spellcasters, you can choose to keep sleeping, roll over and pull a pillow over your head to get a full 8 hours for spells.
Sure.
if you'd like.
Yep.
But other than that, you wake up in the morning.
I'll message you spells.
Okay. I kind of catch wind that we had waken up before the spellcasters, and at this point in our journey, it makes sense that they sleep longer, and I understand that. So,
Yeah.
I just take my breakfast and check in on Helen, explain to her what we're doing, kind of update her on everything we've learned. Tell her that we just took out an army, so she doesn't need to be afraid.
How does she take
And I
taking
think
out the army? Just
What's
casually? I was
Oh,
asking Neal like how she responds to just the killing of an army.
An army? How big is the army?
I was like 100. I think it was actually, the more I think it was 400 orcs. Most
my
of them
God.
were riding on wallaboos, and they had
400 orcs?
they were all in full plate mail. It was a really close battle, but we made it out on top.
Now you're just pulling my leg. 400 orcs in plate mail? I've never seen anything like that.
Well, I mean, not necessarily plate mail. It's more like the orc version of it, but it was quite sturdy armor. We Tariq at one point had to actually sit on my back to cut the heads off of swaths of orcs. But we
Did that actually happen last week?
absolutely not.
Okay. I was like, I don't
He's
remember that.
embellishing the tale now.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure.
How is the child, by the way? How are you and the child? We haven't gotten an update on you two.
Well, Maggie seems to be, or Margaret seems to be pretty much the same.
She's very quiet, that one. She's been a trooper this whole journey.
Yeah.
Most of my interactions with her have been off camera, but they've been quite, interesting.
Yeah.
Talk to her a lot.
She doesn't say much.
We're going to be heading off to, I believe, we were told not to go south, by the way, but don't worry. We'll work out the details. We're going to go to Valeris. We're going to make our way around Stonewall Mountains, and we'll start to head west. Or east. Excuse me, east.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
All right. Otherwise, Neil, yeah, we just kind of kill time, I suppose.
Cool.
I don't have
Time
any-
has been killed, and you guys continue your journey.
Neal, do we know about this place called the Ancient Trees? Have we heard anything about this?
Leia would have heard about this, and Tariq would have rough knowledge. Tariq, you just know it's this very large forest that is the Elven homeland. It's
Okay.
where they said the first elf was brought into the world. Leia, as a full-blood elf, you would be very familiar with it. In fact, when you were a child, you would have visited it many times.
Is it the
But
place
that was long before the war.
where also the last brown elf would have been born?
So you're telling
There are no
me I
brown
could have-
elves in this world, and there never were.
You're telling me I could have teleported the party there.
I'm not telling you could have teleported the party there at all. I'm said that you visited this place as a small child. I don't know how you got those two mixed.
Just question. Did I ever visit the Longboard Kingdom? Just making sure.
You've never been to the Longborn Kingdom.
Or nearby.
You've never been... You've been closer to the Longborn Kingdom than you guys are currently, but you've never been in the Longborn Kingdom.
Friends, the more I'm checking out this map, remember that elf we met from the Longborn Kingdom? He was riding the Pegasus. There's actually a chance we could perhaps run into some of his ilk in those woods.
Yeah.
Worth considering.
Well, Leia would know... Leia, you've been here before. You know that this place has been destroyed of elves. There are no elves here. They've been slaughtered. And that the forest is said to be haunted or cursed. And that any who enter, no one comes out sort of thing.
That's fucked up.
But that's only after the war.
Yeah.
Well,
Right,
let's
the
make it
forest-
around these mountains. Let's go to Valeris and swing around. Maybe we don't go through the woods, but maybe around it. We'll see. We'll decide.
Alright. Sounds good to me.
Okay. So you guys rest up, and the next day you head out to Valeris. You're all mounted, right? I think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
everyone's got a horse. So you guys get to Valeris within a day, no problem. And rest up there.
How much heal do we get then, Neil?
2 HP, everyone.
Sweet.
Full HP.
Not me.
Not me. Tell us about this town, Neil, as we pull up to it. Stuff.
Valeris is a medium-sized town of no real importance other than it's the last town before Toktar, like the long way around the mountains, which is at minimum a 3-day ride by foot. It could easily be 5 or 6 days, depending on who's walking. So, yeah.
We would be told that like Barundar is a little bit of a bigger town, like the bigger one here, right? And then Smelton, I guess.
Yeah, like you asking around, Rock Hill is a city. Brunder and Smelton are huge, like big cities. Digham's a big city. In fact, there's a string of very large of cities here. This is the area kind of around Smelton is known for their mines. They have just about everything you could possibly mine. Their iron, copper, silver, platinum, mithril, everything can be mined in
Are they
around
dwarves?
Smelton and Steamwall Mountains. There are dwarves, probably.
Are there
You
dwarven-
don't know,
Oh.
but you've never been there. But
Oh,
you
okay, I
are
thought we
hearing
were
them.
there.
No. You're hearing about this when you ask.
What is the
around in
Dwarven
Polaris.
Kingdom, by the way?
There is
Or,
no singular Dwarven Kingdom. There is no actual Dwarven Kingdom in this area. Other parts of the world may have unified sections of dwarves, but this area is mostly random roaming.
Do you remember where you told me to go with the Boule
Yes.
plates?
I do remember.
Where was that?
That was north of the Longborn Kingdom.
All right, all the way the fuck up there.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
way the fuck away.
Okay, then I would just. How much should I deduct for like supplies? We haven't done that in a while. I'd resupply everyone.
Yeah. Someone dropped like 4 gold for supplies.
How much silver?
40 silver.
40? Done.
40.
We work in silver now.
we
Neil.
had so much from the dead orcs.
Oh yeah, how much did we loot from the orcs, silver-wise? Did you write that
We
down?
did that
Jeff?
last week.
You wrote that down though, right, Jeff?
Yeah,
Okay.
I added it.
Are we in the 10,000s yet?
What?
Are we-
This money's untouched, so I don't. I have no idea what this all comes out to, but we're rich. Don't worry.
Okay.
If there is something to buy,
Yeah.
this guy's gonna be like, "I've got a castle for sale." Yes.
Well,
that.
buy it in silver.
We'll buy it in silver.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just, as long as nothing happens here, we rest up for the day. We get our 2 health, and then resupply. Ask about the future cities, and it seems like we'll just keep heading in that direction.
Yeah. Cool. So you guys keep going. 3 days later, you arrive in Toktar. That's another 2, and then 1 and 1. So that's
What is
4 HP.
when we get to Toktar? I ask whoever, a random person, what this little place is north of Toktar along the mountains. Is that a?
Oh yeah, there is a small road that leads out of Toktar. It is a mine. It is a mithril mine.
What do we know of mithril? I guess
It
I would
is
ask
a
Xandil.
extraordinarily precious metal. It is as light as I don't know what's a light thing. It's extraordinarily light and much stronger than steel. It has a slight greenish tint to it.
So you would say it would protect better than steel.
Yeah, if you can make, let's say you made a suit of chainmail out of mithril instead of out of iron, it would have a 1 better AC and it would weigh 1/4 the weight.
Holy God!
So
It
let's
is fantastic and ridiculously expensive.
inside of Toktar. Let's see what kind of armor they have for sale.
Well, as you pull into town, you start asking about that trail, and they tell you about the mithril mine. You ask about armor, and people just shake their head and say, no, this is one of the key staging locations for Verasi personnel. There's soldiers everywhere. They take the metal down to Smelton and make it into armor for themselves there.
We see a lot of Verasi here.
Yeah, you see a lot of Verasi.
Is there? I asked someone. I say, friend, keep hush tones if you don't mind. But is there like a singular leader of the Verasi here, or anything like that?
To the south, there's a keep, a fort called Ironbeard. Whoever's in charge would be around there, but they shift commanders pretty regularly these days. Something
But in this
about-
city, it's just there'd be an officer.
Oh,
something like that.
in this city, yeah, there's a lieutenant in charge.
And where does he sleep or stay?
Well, down in the town hall, basically, he's set up shop over there.
Okay.
Leah, do you know this man? Would you?
His name is Lieutenant.
Dan? I give this guy a gold, by the way, that we're talking to. I say, thank you, friend.
Silver. 10 silver.
10 silver,
Should I? God damn it! All right.
100 copper.
I mean,
give
people
that
usually
man
use
100.
silver. handing someone like gold is weird. It's like handing someone $100 bill.
as
You know.
as I see Victorian like rummaging through his shit, I hand him these 2 copper rods that I've had for the longest time. Just like, you should take these. It was gonna be cool. But yeah, here you go.
Okay, I'll hold on to him.
Yeah.
I pull the party a little bit away and I say, look, guys, this is a little bit unnecessary, so I'm going to put it to a vote. But my idea is we keep a low profile, get a room tonight,
Yes.
and
Sounds good.
hang on, Leah.
She's
part
already
that-
on board. It doesn't matter
There's a-
the second half.
Well, there's a part that,
Leah votes yes.
Leah will be very interested in. And in the night, Leah, I want you to get into that officer's room, invisible, of course, and I want you to assassinate him. And then, of course, you'll be de-invised, but after whatever amount of time is necessary, you can once again conceal yourself and leave. And in that disarray, we free this town of Verasi. It's quite dangerous, and it's, of course, unnecessary to our journey, but I've got the flavor of Verasi. They've fucked with us, they've hunted us down, and I'm pretty okay with killing them. So I want to hear what you guys think.
I lean into Leah's ear and say, you could be Leah the Lyncher. You should hang him.
No.
Think about it. Everyone needs a nickname.
Well, here's what I think. There's
I still
not many,
giggle a little bit.
There's not many random towns that we've just stopped and slain the Verasi. So I assume that the Mithril is also a motivator here. I think we should check and see if he personally has some, because if anybody's going to, it's going to be him in this town. And if not, we should learn about the convoys of Mithril which leave or enter into this city, and maybe we can do something with that.
Well, you've got the loot aspect down. I agree, but I'm most interested in hearing Leah's voice too, and I would also formulate the plan that Leah, we find out the strength of Verasi in this town, which I imagine probably not that strong, but I want to hear what you have to say first, since this plan would be you assassinating someone.
Yeah, we would have to gather more information. You don't know, like, maybe he has spells cast on him, maybe he has guards, maybe he has a way to detect invisibility. We need more info, and if it's doable, we could. Not
I'm
sure
sensing extreme levels of pansiness. Is that, I mean, we're not going to be able to know if he can detect invisibility. There's no way to
I
find
give
that
him
out.
a look. I mean,
I want to know if you're willing to assassinate a man after, of course, we do what we can to gather information, but we can't answer all those questions. Ever.
I mean, Neil, question: Is there a way to detect if someone is detecting things? Like, can we
Detection.
I mean,
Actually, I
or
have that
would
spell.
such a thing exist, such as a detect invisibility perma aura of something or something like that?
Okay, so yeah, there are lots of spells that will detect invisibility. There could be a field that in an area that will undo any invis, or like an area of effect that is anti-invis. These things do exist, but to detect, you'd need a specific spell that would detect such things. You can look through your spell list and see if you have one, but aside from magic, there's not a way to detect magical fields.
I'll tell you what.
Would detect magic detect it or not at all?
Detect
Yeah.
magic would detect a magical
Aura?
invisibility cancellation field or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I'll tell you what. If Lee isn't willing to do it, I can do it myself. I would need, of course, the ring and the weapon. But what I think we can agree on,
And
unless-
the boots. The boots would help, probably.
the boots, of course.
And
but
then I could cast Invis on you, and it'd be good. It'd be good.
excellent. Lee, I
Well-
would need you to gather information today. Then at least just use
Yeah.
your talents as a spy and find out what the Verasi is here. Like,
I will. I'm just thinking maybe we should do it more than one person. I feel like if the one gets stuck alone, it's
Well, we could do this. We could have one person go. All of us, or a few of us, can go in stealth. One of us can do the killing, and the rest of us can walk out undetected and be sort of the eyes and ears for the
Sure.
person who has to walk out without stealth.
Like I said,
I can
we'll
do
work
the
out the
killing.
details of that. Let's just figure out information first, Leah,
If you
and then
guys
we can
want to go
formulate the
to-
plan.
If you guys want to go together, I can do the killing and then reinvis myself with my spell.
Like I just said though, we need the
Okay.
information first. So why don't we'll keep a low
Yes.
profile today. You go out and get the information you can. Don't get yourself in harm's way, of course, and then we'll meet up tonight and talk about it for tomorrow. Sound good?
All right, sounds good to me.
And to the rest of the group, or well, I mean, Leah's probably still there. I just kind of go. We should change our appearance. By the way, they are on to us at this point in time. So I'm gonna go put like I don't know. I'm gonna wear like the cloak and maybe some the leather armor or something. But I'm gonna take my mask off, and let's just try to stay inside, eat, rest. We still need to heal up, but one of us should take on the task of asking about the metal in this town too, if we do want to loot that.
As Victorian says, we should change clothes. I start grabbing my robe and undoing it. It's purple on the outside, but as I flip it up on the other side, it's gray. It's changed now.
I'm still worried about this town recognizing us and us leaving basically a trail behind us of murder that's very evident. I mean, I feel like we keep losing track of what's the main goal here.
Yeah, really. So, and then I just kind of like
Yeah. Dismiss
point to the
her.
door. I'm like, please do that thing.
Yeah. So, do we know exactly where? Like, do I know exactly where he stays, Neil?
No, you have no idea where he stays. So that guy said he lives in the town hall, and that's all you know.
Okay, that's not enough. We're gonna need to go find where he lives. We need a reason to go there.
You were in the army and pretty high up.
Yeah, Leah, you're the master spy. Like
That's the
you know
reason.
these answers. We don't. So it's up to like this is your time to shine. Remember, this is you.
All right, Leia. Shine.
I'm gonna go to my room. Well, I'm gonna go around town and find the town hall.
The town hall is pretty easily visible. It is a 4-story building with a big black and white flag that, with the Verossi logo on it, flying high.
Hmm. Do people usually just go around town halls with no reasons? Like, is it like public property or is it like weird to just enter?
Think of the town hall in Montreal. Or, the courtroom in Montreal. You're not going to be there unless you have something to do there. It's a public building. Anyone can come in and out of the public areas in that building, but you would never go there just like to chill.
Okay, so I'll just casually walk by and try to catch a glimpse and see how the building is constructed then.
It is made of stone.
Hmm.
It's
And
4
it's
stories
4
tall.
stories.
hmm
Yeah, that's a lot of stories. I'm gonna go back to the party.
It's a pretty large building too. It seems like there's a lot of rooms and offices and stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the party and say that me blindly looking into the building might take a long time. However, if I could procure myself some, what's it called? Bloodhound's fur, and we could see the man, I could then locate where he is at all times.
All right, let's go kill a bloodhound. Wait a minute. Those are not from this plane, I believe.
Bloodhounds
Yeah.
and dogs.
They might be from this. I
How
thought
long
they
is
were
Leia
demonic.
gone before she comes back and says she needs bloodhound and shit?
A couple hours.
Right. All right, Leia, what did you find out?
I found out that the building's 4 stories high, so me peeking around will probably take a while because I can't cover the whole building in one
Great.
time.
We've got all day, like we said. That was the plan. We're gonna hang out here. You're gonna go find out what you can today, right?
Yeah, well, I was thinking of finding out from afar while looking into the place, but I can't look into every single floor
Okay.
and room. That's a lot of rooms. That's why I'm thinking if we could
Okay.
hang around until we see the man, I could track where he actually sleeps and from there look
Sure.
into it with my clear
Look,
voice.
you're the master spy. I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but what about like being invisible and sneaking in, or dressing as another woman and just getting in there? It's the town hall. People are allowed to move into that building. These are just some ideas, but basically, I need you to find out information on this. If we can't do it, we can move on. But if you can find something out, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, I'm still gonna go get some bloodhound thing.
And
is it
why don't-
possible
okay.
to get it in the village, Neil? Is it like something I can buy?
I mean, it's dog fur. It's fur of a specific type of dog.
okay, then
So
I'll
once upon a
go-
time, there were magic shops where you could buy these things without anyone caring or worrying, but those shops have all been closed. So for bloodhound fur, you just kind of have to find a bloodhound and get some of its fur.
Okay, so is it weird if I ask for that, or is it normal-ish?
I don't know. Would it be normal if someone asked you if you could get some bloodhound fur?
Well, it doesn't exist, Neil.
What? Yeah, a bloodhound is a real dog. It's a normal
It
dog that
is?
exists in the real world. Yeah, it's your
Ah.
everyday normal dog.
Oh, okay, then I'm gonna go to a tanner or something and ask for some... what they have for furs. For fur coats or something. Or fur
That
skin.
people don't make fur coats out of dog fur.
Oh, fur... What do they do out of dog fur?
I don't think they really. I guess they use dog fur when dogs die, maybe, but
Hmm.
I've
Are
never
there-
seen anything made out of a dog hide before, actually.
Hmm. Yeah. Then can I look around to buy a dog?
Yeah, sure. There's kennels all over the place.
You're gonna buy a dog just to kill it?
They're hunting dogs. That's
Yeah.
probably not that unusual.
Yeah, you can actually, in a city this size, you can
Yeah.
buy a couple bloodhounds. You can buy so you walk around for the rest of the day and you come
Yeah.
across a set, I would guess, a pair of bloodhounds that are being sold. They're middle aged, like 6 years old, 7 years old. They are brothers and they're being sold as a pair.
I
The
will buy
cost for
pair.
the bloodhounds, because bloodhounds are extraordinarily well known for their tracking abilities. So they're going to be a little bit more expensive than just a dog.
Mhm.
But I think they're still going to be pretty cheap. Give me just 1 second here. Animals. Dog. Hunting dog. Yeah, we'll call it a hunting dog. So 17 gold for one. He'll give you a slight discount, and we'll call it 22 gold for two.
Before she leaves, I give her the gold. Whatever. Like she's like, I'm looking for bloodhound fur. I was like, well, take this then.
Yeah.
Silver.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So 22 gold for the two bloodhounds.
220 silver.
They have names already, or you can rename them, or whatever you want.
No, they won't last long enough.
We just
you don't
need-
have
So,
You just
Mr.
need their
Dog
fur, you don't
Waggles!
have to kill them.
Mr.
oh, I
Dog
don't need
Waggles.
to kill them.
You just need fur. Jen, it's just fur.
Like
Fine.
a clump of fur that comes off its back.
Yeah, you just
Of
need to comb
Mr.
a dog,
Dog
really.
Waggles.
Oh
Or just
man,
scratch
I
the
thought
dog
you
for a little
meant
bit.
I needed like a straight up hide or something.
You could have literally just gone in, pet the dogs, and just said, I don't want to buy anything, and then walk out with a clump of fur.
Oh, now
Yeah.
I'm stuck with two freaking.
Now
I
you've
guess...
got two dogs.
It's fine.
And on that note, let's go to break.
We'll figure. We should. We need to have a crowdsource named for the dogs, but I don't know how to do that. We'll figure it out during the break. And
On the
we'll
bright
come back.
side, I will never miss fur for these dogs for that spell.
No, that's great. We should actually just keep the dogs around. I agree.
Yeah.
Farm them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take this break. We'll come back in 3 minutes, guys, for hour two. Thank you guys for watching. We will be right back.